What's going on, Cheers? You know, this alert hit my phone late last night when I was resting. And I'm up now. I would like to react to this thing here. Iran, our country, the good old US of A, has launched attacks against Iran. And, you know, war is good for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I pray that God protects our soldiers, our warriors. You know, they have to do what they have to do when they get the call to do so. You know what I'm saying? But I am anti-war. You know, I know the Bible says that there will be wars and rumors of wars, you know? And so I know a lot of these things are predestined to happen anyway, but just like Rambo said, you know, and I quote, old men start it and young men fight it. So let's check this thing out.
This is a Fox News alert. News from the President of the United States that there has been an attack inside Iran. Just moments ago, President Donald Trump putting out on Truth Social, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. Again, this from President Donald Trump. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace.
You know what's crazy? He's saying now is the time for peace. I know for a fact, I heard Trump say just a few days ago that he was going to give the Iranians 2 weeks to come to the table. What happened to the 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks and then you go, that math ain't mathing. That's all I'm saying. The math ain't mathing.
Thank you for your attention to this matter. Again, that's just seconds ago from President Donald Trump on Truth Social, suggesting that those B-2 bombers that perhaps were on the way may have been behind this. We'll get more details on these 3 sites that the president said has been attacked inside Iran. This comes after days of negotiations to try to get Iran to the negotiating table.
Right.
The President of the United States saying it would have to be unconditional surrender, saying enrichment would have to stop. We heard from negotiations in Europe that was not being accepted by the Iranians, that they would not stop enriching uranium. There was a thought that this could go as long as 2 weeks, as the president said he would decide within 2 weeks. However, 2 days is within 2 weeks. And now word from President
2 days is within 2 weeks. Boy, Trump. I don't mean to laugh because I know that there are millions of innocent men, women, and children on the Iranian side. Not all of young men fight it. The old men started. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not even going to call the Iranians our enemies, because I've seen videos on YouTube where people, white men, black men, have traveled to Iran and they treat them like ordinary, regular people, welcome them as guests, eat at their restaurants, try their foods, and talk among the people. And it'd be like, oh yeah, I'm from Brayton. And one black guy that I saw on YouTube that traveled, he said, yeah, I'm from the U.S. They said, oh, you from the U.S.? And they was talking to him like regular, and he was also Muslim. And, he was talking to them like, regular, ordinary people. So I know you have good people over there. You got also have bad people over there. Just like right here in the good old US of A. You have good people, you have bad people. You know, this old saying, I was talking to this old, I was like maybe 12 or 13. And I was talking to this old, he was a black man and he was a veteran of Vietnam. And yes, he has killed people. And I was asking him, and he traveled all over Southeast Asia. When he was done with the war, you know, I think his wife was also from Thailand. And, you know, they got like 8 kids together, man, you know? And I was asking him about all those different countries. And to sum up what he said, son, look here. He said, the sky is the sky wherever you go. People are people. That's exactly what that old black man told me. And he fought in Nam and he fought in North Korea. I think he like 90-something years old now. Fought in 2 wars. Married a woman from Thailand. Got 8 kids together. And I met him at the hospital. I used to work at the hospital back in the day. That was years ago.
Donald Trump, that these attacks have happened. Again, interesting that 3 sites have been struck by U.S. bombers. And this, again, we'll get more information about the exact targets and what bombs were used. We expect that the GBU-57, the bunker buster, the massive penetrator bomb, may have been one of those used. Fordo is a nuclear facility inside Iran that is roughly a half-mile deep underneath a rock mountain-like facility that has been said to be the site of a lot of the enrichment capability. Esfahan, believed to be a storage facility for enriched uranium, and Natanz, another part of the nuclear facilities. They have several throughout Iran. It has been long.
Okay, I think I'm getting it now. So, if I'm understanding what he just got through saying, when Israel attacked those nuclear sites in Iran, they just hit the surface of them, okay? And that 1 mile deep, they're still processing it underground in the underground facility. So we came in, the United States came in, and with the B-2 bombers, they attacked the facility that was left underground. Because, man, this damage and destruction right here, golly. Boy, if anybody was down there, boy,
described as a very difficult and tedious effort to go after these nuclear sites, but the U.S. for the first time launching an attack inside Iran. Again, the President of the United States saying all of the planes are out of Iranian airspace. The bombings do continue by the Israelis inside Iran as
all the planes are out of Iranian airspace. That Italian guy said off The Simpsons. Yeah, I see a lot of things. Who was it, Fat Tony? Yeah. I say a lot of things. Yeah, okay.
This back and forth volley between Israel and Iran has continued for some 2 weeks. We expect to hear more about this operation, not only from the Pentagon, but perhaps from the White House, although the White House this evening, has called a lid, as far as meaning no one will talk after that. That may be changing now. Obviously, we have this Truth Social post from President Donald Trump.
Alrighty then. Well, again, like I said, I'm anti-war. You know, I pray that God puts his hand of protection over our soldiers. You know, our men and women out there that's in the thick of it, you know what I'm saying, doing what they got to do, following orders. And it's just that. You follow orders as a soldier and you do what you got to do, you know. Like Kratos said, you know, worry not for the suffering of your enemy. You know, you have to guard your heart to it. And again, I'm not calling the Iranian people our enemy because they're not. You know what I'm saying? It's the old men. This is nothing but politics. Politics. And then our people, our fellow countrymen, unfortunately, they get dragged into this, man, and have to follow out their orders. You know what I'm saying? It sucks on both sides. Man. Well, like I said, if you guys, believe in prayer, I know what's going to happen is going to happen, but as my mother and father taught me, prayer changes things. So it can't hurt now. Comment down below. Give me your thoughts about this. Do you think that we should be getting into a war? Because I don't believe the Iranians is going to take this line down. I think it's going to get messy. It's going to get real messy from here, guys. Comment down below again. Give the video a like and subscribe. 5,000 subscribers. Correct.